TV. Oh yeah. Unale we pledge with love and loyalty to we sweet, sweet mama salute. Now we all come together as one. For tomorrow, now we go make salute. Any side where you there, it no matter. Sky where you be, it no matter. Anything you they do, it no matter. Oh yeah, it no matter. Now we putting up stronger one inside Sierra Leone, like a big quantity. We breeze not a shade. TPP TV, Talking Points platform. Then they give you information about salute.
Yes, family, I want to welcome back to yet another very important segment where they come through the Talking Point platform. My name is Mohamed Kago, and today na the 10th of April 2021. This program is a very important program in the sense that we can talk about the much talk about Lungi Bridge. But again, this is not just like a refresher, a reminder to we people and to we Sierra Leoneans, and again to we elected officials. For far too long, we politicians don't take Salon people for granted. In many cases, they get list of shopping lists for promiscuity about certain things, where in most cases they come true. So now we don't get social media. Now Salon people don't they wise up, they don't they read between the lines, they don't they understand. We want to make sure say we make for life or for promise Salon people and become uncomfortable, very hard for politicians. Next time, if you want to talk something, you have to think before you talk, or you have to remember which type of promise. President Marabio promised the Salon people and say it will build a bridge from Freetown to Lungi. This was something where we all celebrate because we take and say, now the right track, now developmental giants. This, if it happen as alone, definitely it will open many roads. As usual, for help me talk this talk, I did with my colleague here, Doc Alpha. You can greet people where they listen around the world before we proceed better.
Fambulem una Kushen Kabo, and welcome back to Talking Point platform as always.
All right, thank you very much for joining me back one more time. Fambulem, so like we just try for talk. Now, it's more than 1 year. Election, they come very close. We see the Lungi Bridge, whenever from the time where the president announced the tender, the bidding process, how many months there? How many years? Will they come very close to election? We want to know if they want to use this particular bridge as a sort of, last card in the time when we will use our list for campaign. But again, I don't want to let we talk much. Let we first listen to what the president promises Salon people and say, very soon we will get a Lungi Bridge. In fact, the tender process is on. We will make sure it's transparent. All the beautiful words there where say politician can use. Now listen from the president himself.
Maintain a long-term view of all investments, including infrastructure investments. We desire that each investment yield long-term benefits. We desire that each investment trigger off economic activity and growth over the long term. We also believe that the tender processes must be competitive, transparent, corrupt-free, and must offer the best value for money for this country. We strongly discourage bribery, kickbacks, red tape, and other murky transactions and practices around infrastructure investment. This government and this country strongly discourages corruption. So it is within this context that we are undertaking all infrastructure projects in this country. I have therefore directed the Office of Presidential Infrastructure Initiatives to be particularly attentive to all the foregoing critical elements in launching the tender process for the Lungi Bridge. I will closely.
So, yeah, Super. What now you want take now? You are from the power for Lungi bridge. For more than launch, then the tender process, you know, anything positive again. What now you take when it comes to this particular step?
Well, firstly, I want to say the Lungi Bridge initiative now a step in the right directions, and as you know, we lack so many infrastructures them na Salone. So having that Lungi Bridge, it will be very, very good for the people in between the city of Lungi and Freetown. We know the enormous constraints where people in they go through using them ferry or pampa or what have you from Freetown to Lungi or vice versa for can do them business or for can work. So obviously that was a step in the right directions, although some of we also been the complaint with regards to the proposed money then we then want pump into that if we not go look at other things then for the way the country need. But I believe say if the project them for being done in a fiscal discipline way, if it don't be a very beautiful things, but for Sierra Leone. But since the proclamations we are made, we not see anything tangible yet don't take place. And one can only hope say behind the scenes, then they work on some things for make sure say that thing they come into fusion and become a tangible development. That's why we there, and that's why genuine civil society they also there. And for always remind politicians and say those are gone. Those days have gone when you've been feel say you could just talk anything, make any proclamations or any promises to the people of Sierra Leone where we not go come and remind you and hold you accountable. So this basically now a first set of reminder with the government say we not forget, we remember vividly those promises, and they should meet it, you know, and then still get time. So we expect something for happen.
Yes, so thank you very much. So the whole concept about this particular segment, for we refresh the minds of Sierra Leoneans because quickly we forget. Saloma not for forgets. We go down there on a particular talk before, remember 1 to 3 weeks, we don't forget about time. But this time around, since we don't there on them path there, the path of sensitization, information dissemination, we want believe say now we responsibility for remind everybody. And again, look, this not about APC or SLPP. This is about the politicians there where we don't take Salon people in for granted for far too long. And again, you get some people there where they're just too blind. They're not able to see, even though they try for talk for them, even though this thing they hurt them, even though not they lie power, they still believe those lies. I mean, there was even a video where I keep where they go along social media everywhere I say the ship don't come for contest the water in depth net. Forget about what I said. Listen to the propaganda will be the go about this particular bridge. Say it come to pass because the ship don't come for contest the water. Now listen this propaganda quickly.
It's about group say Malabio and they about for do the bridge. These are the ship where it don't come, where they test the water, follow the deepness of the sea. And they ship this where park made with the water so. But just prove to the nation say what's Malabio talk. If they do and the whole nation will not say yes, indeed, and word not for the abroad. These are the ship where don't come right now, where they test the depth of the water right now. As you can see, at the ship is, and they right now at the water. And this. Some people don't get believing in Madabio and trust in us say in word and word. This are the ship this for do the bridge and don't cancel.
Okay, family, I just want this video now more than 1 year ago. Where I keep this video because we know whenever we can carry, we get something for sure with something tangible, you know, proof. We will not say go watch, we will not say go judge, make a judgment. You know, like it's just high time we try for make sure say we work as a country in the sense we try for all we elected executive accountable. Whenever they promise, therefore deliver. And for make this uncomfortable for them. So at the end of the day, the next person, if you anti-map na pulpit for lie, anywhere, you get for think twice. What's now you take, Suba, when it comes to this deceitful propaganda, where they go around, you know, just at least for distract or even just sort of like confuse people there. For let it be like say yes, indeed, the promise was a real promise, they come to pass. What's now you take on this particular video?
Well, that with all the blessings where social media they come with, these now some of the unpleasant things them way it's so rampant all over Facebook and WhatsApp group them, you know, when people they try for be it brainwash or choke or shop something down with throat them will not necessarily be through. So now one of the very disheartening things they want in the, I mean, it's simple. If there was a plan for make we get a bridge and then they can work on them, so be it. But if for whatever reason government feels say they're not going able work on the bridge, the best things is about saving your integrity. Come meet the people of Sierra Leone back, say these are the reasons X, Y, or Z we make we not go able meet up to this time and give solid and honest reasons and profile and find other solutions them. Maybe by buying more ferries for the people them we go there at affordable cost and other things where then go able use like a temporary fix until we eventually get the bridge doing. But you get certain Sierra Leoneans, maybe if you watch even the one way they go they purport them videos then they online and not even well to do, but for whatever reasons, you know, particular or whatever small things, sometimes somebody they give me go and make videos and purport some things. Or if you be back saying a person where they live very high life, good life, why you for be so wicked for we people of Sierra Leone? And I believe say we need a sanitization into we local politics or magnifications into we local politics. You know, integrity. You know, if you know if you do something, even if you be non promise, come back. But these are some of the things in this way the social media also don't present to we, you know, loads of propaganda going on.
Yes, and again, this is just one. If you like SLPP, then a breach, then for they're addicted in promising Salon people about breach. If you remember the late President Tijan Kaba himself also promised what? Lungi Bridge. I don't know if you remember that then thoughts then did. You remember the Lungi Bridge back then?
Yeah, exactly. Maybe they live Fobewood Guard Street.
Okay.
Just outside we get bridge between close to Cottage Hospital, outside the bridge between Fobewood and Gas Street. A little stream there the way. Now they will always the feel say now they and Lungi Bridge they can pass. So from where we small they say then get for start construction for Lungi Bridge get for campus now and all we get excitement then they tell don't be big man and so over 20 years we just they keep hearing Lungi Bridge. If it's not possible, I don't know why politicians then feel say they're going to keep for fully. If it's not possible, not to by force forget Lungi Bridge, but we can get ferries them again. I say where they run, you know, from Tagrin to Ferry Junction to Aberdeen to Moriton. If it's not possible, it's not possible. But because them people are always take away as full, say every 5 years. You go come and promise we say they do Lungi Bridge, we clap and vote for you, then you can just keep repeating. But as I say earlier on, that's why we there for keep reminding the citizens them and reminding government say wait till you been done talk. Either you do them or you can't tell we wait till make, you not do them. But we not go make that go into sleep. Just like that until 2023, raise the issue back and raise we hopes high. Those days are gone.
Yeah, exactly. So, no, Fambulen, you see, sometimes if you look and you read objectively and you analyze objectively and you do one for the country first, you finally say they see the truth. SLPP, they are addicted in promising Sierra Leoneans about bridge. Tijan Kabadwan, 11 years he didn't have power, you know, able to bring down the bridge. Madabio in the manifesto, put bridge. But where can we say they build bridge? A tender process was even launched. People were excited just because at that time it feels yes, it capable for life and people. Because look, unless we stop for respect to leaders in that kind of way, we see them like small god, we fear them. These are the problem in the white country. For they just near public office. People and they give public office. Then they shy away, and they shy away from her. Then they reject her because they know say they can serve. They can't turn master. Now side where now office where gets integrity. People and they in the corridors of power will just feel comfortable, say, okay, these are Sierra Leoneans. Because the people are not at that level, they can do anything with them. And this will they do a disservice to the nation. Will they do a serious disservice to the nation? We politicians that don't take we far for far too long as fools, like we mentioned. Many times. Or wait, this particular Lungi Bridge, they see when the election they come very close. Mark me one, I will talk on people. If you're not carry this issue before the election 2022, this not a salon politician. If you not bring this one, if you don't see, then go count some sheep there, then go do anything possible. Construction, then go just purport everything as if to say it on the pipeline. You understand? Because then what is it on the pipeline? It on the pipeline. So we not like this. We want let the politics and salon change. Believe Suba, this is going to happen. If you're not happy, then not a salon politician that they talk about. This is a challenge that me are the challenge there. You understand? We want to make sure say we get a clean politics at the salon. Politicians will get for hold them accountable. Now that make if I not say the social media they want try for put pressure on the social media for let we not talk. So if they make promise 10 years and 5 years, we're not for remind them, we're not for even talk about it, we're not for ridicule them. We're not for do anything for just keep more to God. I promise. Okay, it's okay. These are the points where we say salon will for make or break. We all get responsibility. Some of us not care. In the sense that we're ready for do anything possible for contribute to the development of the country. By word of mouth, physically and everything, financially, we're ready for take up on the responsibility. Not because we want one, but because we face an obligation. Each and every salon person, now your obligation for contribute to the development of the country by first and foremost, with all re-elected officials accountable. Whenever they promise, we for make sure say they deliver the promise. And if we begin to pamper them, we begin to support them, we begin to defend them, we begin to look at them particular, we begin to look at what they do, the divisive politics, where they get, where they specialize in. For say this na Mende, this na Timini, this na North, this na South, then go win. And we go be the loser. Now we go be the loser. So this is at the point for where we think for ourselves. Imagine the politician can lie by you. He can't lie the whole nation. He makes some hundreds millions of loans or dollars. Now you without the go it. Now you in family. And you there in abject poverty. What about you begin there? What about you yourself now? How you feeling comfortable? How you live? They live comfortable, but people are so myopic in the sense that they just feel say they're self-centered because it's a pure wickedness for letting they support back. Instead of you think of country first, you think about politician first, you think about tribe first, it's just disgraceful. So yeah, super. If you get anything for Robo, but we'll not just try for roundup because this segment is purely about reminding we politicians and like how you talk loud, they hold them accountable. If you're not able to deliver, you come back, you can't tell me. You make a point, a valid point. Okay, XYZ not go well as you think. At least now they see some form of at least sincerity. People don't understand. But for just take the people as if to say, like get no side for report. Mind you, now we give job. Now salon people give job, which means you get right for reports to your boss, whether you do the job or not. But we don't see this culture with politicians. With politicians, and they tell me that they're empowered and they can't do it, they see them, and they're not bed, and they're not all the small places. But as soon as they get power, then turn and change. Then turn small god now. Now we for worship them now. Now we for serve them now. Instead of them serve we. You know, this is perfect. And believe the landscape they can change, the political landscape, the thoughts. Boku salon people and we are now. The age of technology don't make sure say things that don't become even more easier for we for love they remind them. Even look back then, this people get them video back then, but you don't get way for share for talk with people. But now it's possible. You can share with people, and you know they talk much because people they see the facts. You know, evidence day that I make most time how they count to programs and now. When I talk small, but we present the add evidence for now for them to make the judgment. You know, that's why for me. So Super, what's in how you take on this Lungi Bridge where President Bio promised?
Yeah, I think you've said it all. But just as you I say earlier on, you know, this now is sort of like a reminder now to we politicians them. This now the technological age, this now modern age. Any side way you talk, any bay way you go, any Lungi way you go, any radio station where you go, you talk. Evidences and trails don't the way they last forever.
Yeah.
And we go always they ask una for fulfill una promises the way una don't make to we. It's high time we get honesty into Sierra Leonean politics, not only about the Lungi Bridge. Anything you put na your manifesto, if you don't make sure say na something we attainable, something we able to do. Before you put on there, not just they give you every 5 year, una they give you auto promises them. And when another 5 year come, una keep imagine Super in almost 2 weeks, we go be 60 years of an independent nation.
Yeah.
60 years now the same thing them with politicians in the campaign about. Water, light, road for 60 years. You understand? When other countries them they campaign on how many jobs then create for them people them, how many industries then create, how them widen the economy. Now them things and we still live on the basics. 60 years as an independent nation. But change is coming and it's coming fastly. You make a promise, make sure say you fulfill them, or come it we why the promise not go well and bring alternative solutions. Because then can say the constant thing about life is change. You can propose this before, you forecast this before, but on the way going, you find a more attainable solution. Come back and tell me. But for just keep that bridge, they say this now a perfect talking point until like kingdom come, where we go always get for the use, and not they work again. And we go always keep for reminder now. And we, the majority of Sierra Leonean people, we they wake up, we they learn, we they listen because we like we country and we want to make we country self go before.
Okay, thank you very much. So Fambulen, we this directly now to the President Marabio. Salon people, they're not full again. Salon people, they're not they forget again. Salon people, their eye they're not blind again. Would they still they wait for the Lungi Bridge? Una get for no say a new breed of young Sierra Leoneans then go team up on our way for make sure say una feel uncomfortable for life and salon people. You know that respect, too much respect whether they give with people we leaders and extremely will don't make them feel say like they're a small god. Yes, of course, and for respect them. Another against another for say like and they talk about the disrespect. They talk for disrespect because you know to that point. When they talk about the manner in which salon politicians don't take me too much, that some of them, even for going to the office, it become a problem where they don't get power, you know. And they're so see themselves now so powerful that you know, like they can talk to a person anyhow, take advantage of you, and not so if for me. Now we give our power. So now, this era don't change. We will continue for reminder now. Would they wait? Would they count another segment? And whenever we feel say yes, we now do something positive, would they come back and talk? We're not kind of for combustion now, for can't talk anything. Would they talk for the country in better one? When I always remember, say, would they watch, would they listen, and would they follow now? So family, this now a short one. We now don't see some of the evidence there. and I don't see from the talk of the president, the propaganda about the Lungi Bridge, but again, since now 2 years they along the end, we want to see how it will happen for let we make we own decision. So family, on a goodbye. We will join back again with another brand new program. Until then, my name is Namame Kago.